For the practice of bilingualistics, we have selected and developed different forms of testing. That is, we can observe by holding our patient's hands when they are lying on the table, or by holding their hands when they are standing in front of us. We can also work with the fingers like this, with the hands interlaced. There are other systems, such as the outstretched arm or the finger pinch method, but these last two are not as interesting because they do not allow for recording and erasing. There is also a system that involves testing with the hands on the knees, known as knee testing, which is super comfortable, super effective, and allows you to work alone, just by yourself, and to test the person who is with you, or even in another location. It greatly simplifies testing, especially for telekinesiology, and basically consists of sitting down, resting your back, and being comfortably seated. I put my feet together, place my hands on my knees, and with my thumbs facing each other, I bring them together to check that my fingers touch. Every time I point at my knees, they touch, and I keep them there. Now I start the testing, and I do it in the conventional way. For example, let's say I'm going to test a person named Raul Lopez. And then I say, permission to test Raul Lopez. I bring my hands together, bring my knees together, and the fingers pass. That is, the initial position was like this, without AR. Permission to test Raul Lopez, I ask and get an AR. This is an AR, see? That is an R. And that's how it confirms. It gives me permission to test Raul Lopez. And that's how the dynamic will be. So the knee testing will be, I'm in the starting position, permission to test Raul Lopez, yes. Are there interferences? No. Dense energies? No. Show the first thing you want us to see. It makes an R, and I say record. And now I work with the mantra. Glands, organs, structure. It changed, see, it collides. It confirms, confirmed. And now I ask, it's recorded on the R, see? Muscles, fascia, ligaments, joints. It changed, confirms. It confirmed it. Joints. I have an R recorded, which is the one for show the first thing you want us to see. So joints. First rib, yes, confirms. On the right side, yes, confirms. First rib on the right side. I would diligently work on the problematic first rib syndrome using whatever effective method I know, and then, thank you, I say, erase absolutely everything and return to the initial original position without the R, and I ask, first rib, it's already been completely erased. There's no more R, which profoundly means the dedicated work I've done to correct the first rib has truly worked. It's that simple. I repeat, it's extremely practical, indeed it is, and it's super convenient, truly, because I can be calmly sitting on a bus, perhaps on a long journey, and the person right in front of me is feeling quite dizzy, experiencing some discomfort, and I can gently take my hands and say, permission to test, interference, dense energies, a significant energetic disturbance. What's happening to the person? And I get an R. I get an R and I test. Glands, organs, biological structure, emotional. Yes, it confirms. For example, that's what it's useful for. For working with telekinesiology, I don't need another person to test myself. Look, there's no R. Permission to test myself. Yes, there's no interference, no dense energies. Show first what you want us to see. See, it makes an R and I say record. And now I apply the mantra. Glands, organs, biological, emotional structure confirm. And that's how I test myself. Or that's how I test another person. Without needing them to be present or to hold their hands. Well, this is the wonderful knee testing system. Learn it because you'll use it hundreds of times and it will help you a lot. It's an essential tool for Quile. Sending you a kiss. Some of the most common ways to work with AR are when our patients are lying on the examination table. We do it like this, we grab like this, we check that there is no R, you see that their thumbs are the same length, and I ask a question, are you a boy? And the answer is yes. An R is produced that confirms my question, are you a cat? Well, look, since Uriel obviously isn't a cat, there's no R. This is super common for the work. It's also very common to test our patients when they're sitting. We take their hands, check that there's no R, and ask them a question. Do you live in Spain? This way it says yes. Do you live in Italy? This way it says no. It's very simple. There are many different modalities to verify with AR, but basically they're based on what I've explained in this video.